Welcome to Australian Supercars and welcome to Bathurst. We're going to start off the race in last position because the game says that I should have more competition, so why not start last and see where we go from there. Get an absolutely insane start off the line, making up quite a few places overall and settling down in position 16. AI is still set to the hardest difficulty, number 8, and I've got to be honest, the first time in a long time the AI were actually really competitive in these series of races. So credit where credit's due, they know how to drive the Australian supercars. I mean, there's 3 cars to choose from. Technically 4. You got the 2013 Xbox Holden Commodore, I think it is, which is still a cop-out car because once we unlocked it through the Australian supercars, we still couldn't use it in the online event. So while it looks awesome, still kind of a pointless car. Would have been nice to be able to input that livery onto the newer model or even onto the Mustang. That would have been also sick. Anyway, everybody's still 2 abreast, trying to feel our way through. I think AI for like the first lap just like to sit 2 abreast until they discover settling down. At least we're still making places overall. We cannot grumble at that. Up to position 13. Absolutely brilliant news. Now, expert rules are on, so damage is a thing in this race, and that includes the AI as well. So they also have to be mindful of not hitting walls. And whilst we almost fall down the mountain to a certain degree, again, a few places have been made, although that Mustang was not willing to give up the space. Fair enough, I'm not going to argue with that. You go for it, bud. You're going to have to surrender now, though. Got an absolutely insane run down this mountain, and we're going to claim position 8 in a moment. I reckon they're going to back out in this corner here. They don't like to go too abreast. There you go. Look at what an insane back out that was. Full brake mode engaged. Still a position gain, so can't really grumble all that much. Catching up to Dutch GP in the Mustang up ahead. Now we're starting to work our way up the pack. Things are going to be a little bit more difficult. As you can see though, we do have a pit stop upon us, so we have to pit at least once in this race. So we did go with soft tyres to start off with, and then going to finish off on the mediums. It actually took us a full extra lap to catch up to that Mustang and overtake Dutch GP, which really goes to show how much this AI is pushing. Coming up to the end of lap 3, AI are pitting, which is weird because we all know the AI like to choose soft tyres for the race. So end of lap 3 to start lap 4, why are they pitting so early? Also, would their tyres last for the duration of the race if they pit mediums now? Who knows? But we're up to pole position P3, which is great news, and 4.5 seconds away from AK47 in position 1. Coming out of the pits with a fresh set of medium tyres, the cars up in front have not pitted for this race as of yet. So while AK is 21 seconds away, I think it takes about 25 seconds to pit here, so we may be in for a chance of gaining pole position if all goes to plan and everything plays nicely. Thing is, being in position 8 is not too bad. Cars behind, Porridge 09 is 2 seconds away, holding them at bay as much as we can. We are giving this car as much as we can, except for that wall is very friendly most of the time. It's the risk versus reward is the best way of putting it. Thankfully though, coming up to the start of lap 7, everybody has gone into the pits. AK47 is 2 seconds behind us. Porridge is 0.9 seconds, now 1 second away. They have been reeling us in ever so slightly, and it does add pressure, it really does, because they are absolutely sending it. And for lap 10, they're now only 1.1 second away. Absolutely insane where the AI has discovered the ability to drive. Where they got it from, who knows, but it's been an absolute blast. Credit where credit's due though as well, where there has been battles, they haven't surrendered, they have been pretty fightful, and you really have to be careful with that as well, because like I say, damage is on. So if you hit the wall too hard, AI have a moment and decide to, you know, encourage a situation. yeah, that situation could develop in you having to restart or the car limping it back to the finish line. Yeah, so a lot of pressure is involved in making sure we can get down a mountain without falling down it. 2 seconds away from Porridge, 0-9 behind. Absolutely ideal, to be honest. Not too sure what happened to AK-47. They were leading the pack at a really reasonable rate. Suddenly they are not. At least there's one person less to battle. I mean, Porridge now 1.5 seconds away. Really pretty much sealed the deal for this race, providing we don't fall off the track towards the final few corners. Going down here pretty much flat out. Tyres are on minor wear. Can be a little bit dicey, so we're going to brake a little bit earlier to try and make sure we actually stop in time and not go guarding ourselves. But 10 laps in, you don't really fancy restarting. Coming up to the 100 board on our right hand side, braking just before it, down to second gear, turning it in, letting the fireworks display all the glory as we cross that line in position 1, claiming the points. Absolutely beautiful race, and the night setting in as well. Look at that. Thing is though, we have claimed a lot of points. Do we hold the best lap? I think we don't. AK-47 actually holds the best lap of a 208.199. So we come here to save the replay. Consider it as an offline race. Chances are of it saving are usually higher. No, they're not. I'm only joking. Starting off at Road Atlanta, almost stalling the car. That is typical. We're not starting last though. Starting off in position 12. Got demoted down to 13. Hopefully we can claim 12 back. There we go. Coming around turn 1. Everybody's going to stay 2 abreast for the first most part of the lap, which is... yeah. You know, if they got rid of this part, I think it would be a lot better. Yeah, I understand starting off the race, everybody being 2 abreast until the first corner, but pretty much everybody starts to settle down after that. You don't really hold 2 abreast for the entirety of the first lap and then settle down after that. Unless you're battling with somebody, you know? But yeah, it's too artificial is the way we're looking at it, actually. I think that's probably the best word for it. Going down to this corner now, everybody is in the way. Come on, back straight. We hopefully get on that power nice and early, make a run for it. Seems the AI got on the power that little bit earlier than ourselves, but we have pretty much 0 downforce on the rear, so we should be faster on a run if all goes to plan and a bit of slipstream is in our favour. Braking really late down into this corner here. Second gear, making it work, out to the side, and a few position gain. We're up to P7 by the end of the first lap. I'm not too sure what them 2 cars are doing. This is going to get messy, backing out. Yeah, I thought it would be messy. I thought it would be a little bit janky with the AI. They're not 100% confident in what is going on, but I do like the livery on the Mustang there. It's actually quite nice. Was that meant to be a lunge and them going for it, or was it a bit of jankiness from the AI? Sometimes it's really hard to figure out whether it was purposeful act or a glitch in the matrix, really. Side by side with Twister 2161, position gained. We'll hopefully get up the inside of Shell V-Power to our right. A little bit of tail out happiness coming out of that corner. Up to position 3 already by the start of, well, midway through lap 2. This here is a perfect example of the AI actually not backing out and being competitive. Round these 2 corners here, the car to our right is not backing off. We are going to be drag racing it right to the end here. And look at that, still side by side. Ultimately, they do back out. But, yeah. Credit where credit's due. It works this time around. Thing is, beautifully filtered. Beautifully filtered. Start of lap 3, gain in position 1. I think we're going to maybe have a little bit of trouble with Moorish GTD. Ultimately, taking the outer line does seem to really slow the AI down. Hopping over the curb we go, and Maurice went gardening. Chances of that. Do you know what, that's karma? Laughing at Maureen going gardening. That that really was, couldn't have had any better timing. On the same lap, just a couple of corners later, yeah. You know what? That will teach us a lesson, won't it? Shouldn't be laughing at situations like that. Anyway, how early is that Mustang to the right braking? Usually brake at the foreboard. Problem we have now really is Papa Lazarus is long gone ahead, 2 seconds away at the precise moment. We're gonna have to really get a hammer down, try and catch them up and really start making some gains, because them being that far away really is not ideal. 3 laps later and they're still 1.6 seconds away. When the AI is gone, they are gone, and they are really difficult to catch up, to be honest. We're just coming out of the pits now, fresh set of medium tyres. We have David Bomber in position 6, and Lazarus is still 30 seconds ahead almost. One question I do have, which really piqued me interest during these races, does the AI take longer to pit? Because on a few occasions now, they've gone into the pits and it seems to be that the pack has been shuffled, or they have taken longer to pit because we're suddenly ahead of them, although we haven't gained when we went into the pits. So I can only presume they're taking on tyres and fuel for them to take longer into the pits. Could be our imagination, or it could be another car going gardening, as Papa Lazarus came out of the pits there and totally butchered up that corner. It does happen. We've all been there. And fair enough, really. I mean, we still have quite a few laps to go. Thankfully, we have Slow Talent in position 2. So with that name and title, this should actually be slow. Doesn't seem to be the case. Although Dutch GP has managed to catch up to us, 1 second away behind us, we are rocking a precious 0.5 second penalty, thanks to a little bit of a scrapage with another racing driver. Thing is, we have to make sure, obviously, when we cross the line, that we are more than 0.5 seconds ahead of Dutch GP behind. Easier said than done, as we're coming to our braking zone. All tyres are absolutely goosed, and we are actually catching up to another car. Yeah, we're about to lap a car. Oh my gosh, Dutch GP is 0.3 seconds away. Can we break it on the final corner here? Because they seem to break. Come on, power, 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 get onto it. 0.5. Oh my gosh, that is going to be tight. Oh, we got it. We got it. That is gotta be so close. So close that we decided to save the replay again, because it was an offline race and chances are higher for it to save. But it doesn't save because it's over 20 minutes long in race. Heading over to Yas Marina now though. Getting an okay launch off the line. 11 lap race, 1 pit stop needed. Started off the race on medium tyres because, well, Yas Marina isn't that forgiving on tyre compound. A bit of scrapage from the car to our right hand side, up to position 10, down to 11, back up to 10. Lovely jubbly. Thing is, these cars are absolute animals, and that might be a penalty right there. Thankfully not. They are very, very quick cars, and all that power on the rear wheels, this kind of track, nothing but pure fun. I mean, coming down this back straight, getting a great bit of slipstream from the cars up in front, overtaking Boost to our left hand side. Braking zone is going to be very interesting. How early are the AI going to brake? Right, let's find out. Literally on the button, going to go into the back of the Mustang and then get pit maneuvered. Ooh, be careful, damage is on. Don't want to be have a head-on crash now, do we? Yeah, that will be less than ideal, and we just barreled somebody out of the way. Okay, well, we're starting off 1 position less than where we started the race off, I think. P13. At least AK-47 is in 14th place. Got to be careful. Although we might not win this race due to having a miniature restart, it's the points that you occur for the leaderboard that really matter. So Papa Lazarus being in position 1 is kind of a problem, because they did almost win the last race. I think they came like P2 or 3, and I don't think they were too far behind in P1. So we have to make some gains and try and overtake this pack of cars here, which is easier said than done. It really is, because they do seem to be able to get on the power that little bit earlier, have that little bit more grip. But hopefully, with how long it takes to pit here, if we jump into the pits, we might actually be able to skip a few cars ahead. If all goes to plan. I am really sorry, Xbox One. That was terrible driving. Yeah, that's justified. Oh dear me, I was not expecting the AI to be that slow through there. But at least half of them have gone into the pits for lap 6. So medium tyres are worn out. Our tyres are still in pretty good condition. I'm going to extend it for one more lap because we have clean, open, fresh bit of air. Nobody around us. Should be able to make up a little bit more time. Coming out of the pits though, position 12. Yeah, not amazing, not the worst either. Thing is, this 2-second penalty is pretty ruthless and it's going to be quite detrimental. Everybody is pretty well sorted with each other, and we do seem to be running in what I would say is quite the wolf pack. Spectral Rain in position 1 though, 29.3 seconds ahead. It does take a good 50 odd seconds to pit here. They have not pitted yet, so that will really shape up the leaderboard order when the cars that haven't pitted yet do pit. So we might be in for a chance of actually getting into the top 10 here. It's actually becoming quite challenging, I must say, to try and keep up with this AI. Now, yes, we can make it easier by reducing the difficulty, but where's the fun in that? For the first time in a long time, this AI has actually been fair and competitive. Why not take a loss if we don't win this race? It's been an absolute blaster race with them, to be honest, and credit where credit's due. For some reason it works here. Doesn't work at TCR or anything, but it's working here perfectly fine. It's really weird how that seems to be the thing. Never mind that, what a beautiful track to finish the race on as well, or the event on, sorry. It is an absolute blaster race here, although we do have a slight problem. Car behind is now 1.5 seconds away, which means they are in the firing line of taking this position off our hands. There have been a few cars that have gone into the pits. We're going to see where we come out the other side as we pass the pit line. Hopefully we gain at least up to position 10. Thing is though, by lap 10, TDI gang did manage to overtake us. We have RMS Dryden behind us, less than ideal. They are also 0.9 seconds away. Hopefully we could, something will happen behind because we need 2 seconds, else we'll lose this position as well. I mean, TDI gang is 1 second ahead, not in the slipstream zone. Again, that is also not ideal. It's really, the AI have put such a competition up, it's not even funny. And it's been, again, a losing blast. You don't mind losing when you've had such a good competitive race, which is really weird feeling. I don't know. We're up to position 10, which is ideal. 2.6 second penalty now, thanks to a bit of off-trackness, which was not ideal. A little bit of tail-out happiness cost us another 6 tenths. Yeah. But behave yourself, car. We need to go in this direction. And RMS Dryden being right behind us, yeah, that's not ideal. Hopefully they have an incident or they'll crash into a wall, freak out by being too close to us. You never know your luck. I mean, the AI haven't done really that up to now, but yeah, there's always that chance. There really is always that chance. I mean, I'm not too sure why they're falling far behind us now, but 0.7 seconds away. We really need to break into that 2.6 seconds away. I don't want to finish in position 11. If we're going to finish and not win, you're better off at least in the top 10. That's what we're trying to aim for here. At least in the top 10. We've had a little bit of a bump shove from RMS Dryden behind. Even the AI saying getting a move on. What? Oh dear me. That is one occasion that I've never seen. Why on earth did they drop off so much? Okay, I'm not grumbling. Let's get across that finish line. I don't think we're going to have 2.6 seconds. Fireworks are going off. 1.7 seconds away. We're going to be finishing the race off in position 11. What an absolute blast this event really was. Did we win though? By the skin of our teeth of 1 point. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching.